Hello there, Sagittarius. Thank you for stopping by for your weekly video tarot report or I should say forecast. Where did report come from? So your weekly video tarot forecast for the week of May 11th through the 17th. I am using the Russian Tarot of St. Petersburg once again. And so what you have coming up on Monday, oh, I didn't even realize it, but you have 2 cards on Monday. I just went to pick up what I thought was the card. And we have 2, so this is what you have, and they're both 3s. Isn't that interesting? You've got the 3 of coins right side up, and you've got the 3 of clubs upside down. So let's see, what is that talking about? La da da, la da da, Monday, Monday. Okay, so Sagittarius, on Monday, the first thing that's coming up with the 3 of coins, I'm seeing celebration, creative outlet. So this can be making music, this can be dancing, this can be decorating a place for the creative outlet, so a party place, or this can be cooking the food for it. But I'm definitely seeing a creative outlet coming up on Monday. And then 3 of clubs in reverse. So Monday, I think this party is about someone that you know, their dream coming true. Possibly for you, Sagittarius, but it feels like for most of you, this is more for somebody that is in your sphere. So this could be like some kind of celebration for maybe somebody's first communion, maybe somebody graduated tech school, or somebody graduated college. This could be somebody finishing up basic training in the military, somebody finishing up tech school in the military. You get the idea. This is some kind of celebration. Somebody has reached a goal or has fulfilled some type of dream. And so there's a celebration about it. Maybe somebody just bought a house and it's a housewarming party. All kinds of things that could be. So Monday, just seeing awesome celebration of some big event on Monday. Probably a big event in somebody's life that you know, but possibly for a few of you, this is going to be your big event that's getting celebrated on Monday. Okay, so Sagittarius, let's move on to Tuesday. 1 card here. 7 of Swords in reverse is what I'm looking at for you on Tuesday. I'm just feeling around. What is this? Cleaning up the mess. Let's see. Yep. Looks to me like Tuesday you're doing a little bit of recovery work from whatever you celebrated on Monday. So for some of you, this is actually like cleaning up the party area. For some of you, this is just bodily recovering. Maybe you partied a little too hard, celebrated a little too much. But I do see picking up the pieces and cleaning up the mess. Now for all of you, this is not necessarily going to apply to what happened Monday. This may be some other situation where you're gathering up the pieces that are left over from something that is going on in your life. Every once in a while we have those situations where things kind of seem to explode all of a sudden, and then we have to kind of gather up all the pieces and start all over. You know, this can be after a disagreement with somebody that you care about. Excuse me. This could come up, or this can come up for a lot of different things. This can come up, you know, even at work. Say that you started a project and somebody says, wow, we really love this project, but we wish that it could also do this, this, and this. So then you kind of have to pick up all the pieces and put it all together in a new format or a new way. So there's a lot of different ways that this can come in for you guys, Sagittarius, but definitely Tuesday I see some picking up the pieces going on there in some way or another. Now, Wednesday, what we have showing up, Sagittarius, this is one of my least favorite cards actually. It's the 9 of Swords, and I have lived through this so many times. Maybe that's why it's one of my least favorite. But this shows being in some kind of obsessive situation where there's something going on that in most cases is even completely out of your control, but you're obsessing over it anyway, and it's bothering you, it's on your mind, it's worrying you, it's distracting you from doing your everyday stuff, and it may even be keeping you from sleep. So this is what I see on Wednesday. I see you just being really distracted by something that's going on around you. So the nice thing to do, when you get these readings, if you start to see that some of the parts that apply to you are not really what you want in your life, like this would be a prime example. Nobody wants to feel obsessive about something they don't have control over. When you start to feel that energy move in on you, well, you've already got kind of a heads up, so you can sort of have a game plan. Okay, how do I head that off? What's the best perspective I can have here? Oh yeah, Mista said that this is something out of my control. Why am I going to worry about something that's out of my control? I'm going to have to let things fall into place the way they're going to fall into place and just see what happens. And I can relax about this. So this gives you a chance to change that energy, to modify that energy, to soften that energy up so that the situation is not such a bad one, so that you're handling it in a way that is more healthy for you and easier on your system, basically. Okay, so, and of course, a little reminder, this is a general reading, so that situation is not going to apply to everybody to start with anyway. Okay, so on Thursday, what we have coming up is we have the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant really talks about tradition, being steeped in tradition, doing things the old way, doing things the way that they've always been done. Really just respect for the old way and the way things have been done. So it looks to me like on Thursday you're going to be doing something that is very traditional, very much steeped in tradition. Now, when we see the Hierophant, he kind of looks like the Pope, and so we think about, the Catholic Church, or church in general. There's so many traditions that go back for centuries for a lot of churches, so it's easy to tie it into church. But there are traditions too that are younger than that. There are traditions that are just family traditions. Maybe the family all gets together and goes to a certain person's house every Sunday, just to hang out and be together, even as adults. That would be considered a tradition. So there's something that you're doing on Thursday that is very traditional, something that's repeated and enjoyed every so often on a schedule. So I feel like you are going to be doing something traditional on Thursday. It may be ancient tradition or it may be something more modern, but either way, it's going to be something that I feel like you find a lot of comfort in, because comfort is the feeling that really comes at me off of this card for Thursday. Now, let's see. Friday, what we have showing up is we have the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is an interesting card. It really shows kind of being in suspension, not really moving forward, not moving backwards. A lot of times the Hanged Man will be a situation where we're not exactly sure how to move forward with the situation. So we may take some time to really meditate or to get a different perspective on the situation, or try to look at it, just in a way that's different, so that we can figure out, okay, what's the best way to handle this situation. So when the Hanged Man comes up, that's just telling me that you do have a situation that's kind of holding you still, and you're looking around for what's the best way to handle it. And that's coming in on Friday. Let's see, and for most of you, I feel like this is more of a personal situation than a work situation. Okay, so Sagittarius, on Saturday, 2 of Clubs, you've double booked yourself. A lot of you have double booked yourself on Saturday. In other words, you're obligated to be in 2 different places at the same time. And you're going to have to choose, okay, which one is the one that's most important to me? Or you're going to have to choose, okay, which one do I go to first and which one will I go to later on? But there's going to have to be some prioritization made, and it looks to me like you're going to actually have to choose one over the other on Saturday. Now on Sunday, what we have coming up, isn't this interesting? On Sunday we have the Sun. It's the Sun in reverse. And so with the Sun in reverse, I feel like on Sunday there's going to be a project that you're working on, possibly with other people, or maybe somebody just gave it to you and said, here, can you handle this? Without giving you very much instruction about how to handle it. They just want you to take care of it. So I feel like on Sunday what happens is you start to dig into this project, and then all of a sudden somebody comes back to you and says, we're so glad that you're doing this project. We forgot to tell you, though, that it has to be done such and such a way, or it has to be done by such and such a time, or whatever, that there's some kind of limit placed on how this project is to be done. And it's not a limit that you would have chosen. Let's put it that way. So it kind of changes the energy on the project, where before the project was something that you couldn't wait to sink your teeth into and you were really looking forward to. Now the energy is a little bit different. It's a little bit more challenging, and it's just not as much fun because you're not getting to play with it in the way that you would like to play with it to make it work out well. So Sagittarius, that's your week. You got a little bonus card there for Monday. Let's see. So for those of you who would like to schedule a private reading with me, feel free to check out my website. I'm at amista.info, amista.info. Once you're there and you've looked around a little bit, if I still seem like the best reader for you to get in touch with, then go ahead and contact me and we will schedule a reader. We'll schedule a session for you as quickly as possible. For everybody else, I will see you all here next week. Everyone have a great week. Peace out.